And here, shall we begin? We got a lot to talk about, man. A whole lot to talk about. Now, I'm going to start off with Mama Duck. For those of y'all that don't know who Mama Duck is, this is the mother of FBG Duck. FBG Duck was a Chicago rapper, a dope rapper, who was slain in downtown Chicago. That's one of the stories that got me a lot of subscribers that I did, between him and King Von, when I started learning about the ignorant streets of Chicago, one of the most ignorant cities, black cities in America, the ignorant streets of Chicago. Well, FBG Duck was there. He was assassinated by gang members in downtown Chicago. And when they aired him out, they did him dirty. When they aired him out, they left him on the floor. Police got to the scene, right? Police got to the scene, saw him laying on the floor. Hospital 2 minutes away, they let the boy bleed out. You're watching live footage. The cameras is on him. If they would have got him to the hospital, only God knows whether them doctors would have been able to save him. Me personally, watching the footage, they hated her son so much that they let him bleed out. They watched him in agony. They wasn't even trying to help him. Now, for the people that's watching me, that I don't think y'all understand, me and FBG Duck's mother got into a beef because I said on social media, if I was the father of FBG Duck, I would want to kill her. Hypothetically speaking, YouTube, hypothetically speaking, because this woman had 10 children. And out of the 10 children that she has, 5 of her children, this one makes the 6th child who died a horrific death. Now, let me say this before I get into this topic with this woman, right? Because of me speaking on her and her son, because of me saying what I felt about her and her poor parenting skills, her being a poor mother, right? I got so much backlash, so much to the point to where that it led up to me and JoJo Capone beefing with each other. And anybody that knows about JoJo Capone is not a sucker. He's one of them old school niggas that used to put it in back in the days. And he's still feared all through the music industry. So, because of that, me and JoJo Capone got into it. Because of that, me and a nondescript YouTuber with tattoos all in his face got into it. With that being said, we're going to get to him too. So, now, I'm going to try to be as respectful as I can towards Mama Duck, because I know she's grieved. Well, I think she should be grieving. She should be grieving. Let me say that. I don't know what she's doing. My prayers go out to the siblings of FBG Duck and the son that passed away just recently, the night before last. Bullet holes riddled his body. So, I'm going to make sense of this the best way I can. You a mother. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. And this goes for all you mothers in Chicago. This mother lost now 6 of her children. She is active. She is now presently a YouTuber. Mama Duck. This is her YouTube page. She's a YouTuber now. She's a blogger. She's a blogger. She's a blogger. She's a CEO. She in clubs. getting shot at. Clubs getting aired out. She ducking bullets. This is just a couple of months ago. She's in the club ducking bullets. You can run but can't hide from the bullet. Don't worry about the gun, it's the bullet. Don't worry about the gun, it's the bullet. She's in clubs ducking bullets. Months later, her son get aired out. They giving him mouth to mouth. Trying to make him breathe. Oh. You want to make him breathe after the bullets hit him? My thing is, right? This is my thing. This is what separates my platform from the rest of these platforms because I'm different. My whole thing is like this. Okay, so the boogeyman. 1, 2, old blocks coming for you. 3, 4, you better lock your door. See, in a horror movie, when the boogeyman is coming from you, you are trying to escape. But in the hood of Chicago, where hood boogers is running rampant, where hood boogers is pushing babies out of their womb and pushing them into the streets, for the boogeyman in O Block to come air them out. After you done lost 5 kids, shouldn't something in your medulla oblongata tell you to get donations from your YouTube platform, to get donations from brothers like Charleston White that got on planes and sat down with Mama Duck and the rest of these mothers? Something in her brain didn't tell her to save her kids from Chicago streets. So now, out of 10 kids, 6 of them are gone. She has 4 left. That's alive right now, grieving all over again. What was it, a year now? Maybe 2? She just lost FBG Duck. And another one. Another child. It's like, yo, what does it take for a mother to care about her children enough to say, yo, enough is enough. Let me save the remaining 5. Nope. Subtract that. Now it's 4 left. When do you save your kids from Chicago streets? Miss Dalton, that wasn't her son house. It was her daughter's boyfriend. False info. Let's get to Tiffany Haddish. Okay. Okay, so it was her. Okay, so if that is the case, then I guess I might have to stand corrected. But even still, right? Because everybody's sending me this. So it was her daughter's boyfriend. So you telling me that even still now, let's flip the switch. Her daughter outside with the mother on those blocks, right? Still on those Chicago blocks. You still don't love your children enough to move the remainder of your children. So the bullet missed the daughter and hit the boyfriend. So the daughter was breathing into the mouth of the boyfriend is what you're telling me. What's the difference? When do you hood boogers love your children enough to get them out of the hood? To raise your children in the hood, knowing that the hood is coming for your children, is child abuse. To raise your children in the hood and have the means and have years, you had decades to get these kids out of the hood, but you still stuck in a state of ignorance. It's child abuse. To be out there spending $30,000 on your ass and your breasts and still live in the hood is child abuse. To be walking around with these Gucci and these Prada pocketbooks is Chanel, and to be still stuck in Chicago streets Detroit, the Bronx. You're in the projects. You investing in your outfit, in your stink weaves that you don't never wash, but you still stuck in the hood, and you wonder why? Your kids is becoming a casualty of war? There is a spell that has been cast over every black neighborhood. The switch has been flipped. We have become the pandemic within the pandemic. We are each other's worst enemies. We are riding around in black neighborhoods where the pandemic is supposed to be over, right? But y'all riding around still, your children is riding around the hood now on scooters all over the cities. So you telling me that the COVID-19 didn't take you out, but our own children is taking each other out? Help me make sense of that. I'm going to say that again. So Pandora's box was open. And as the 4 horsemen of apocalypse ride through these streets of America, you was able to escape and defeat the pandemic. So your children became the pandemic within the pandemic. Right? Oh, right. So it's safe to say that we ain't safe from our old children. It's safe to say in PA, they said what, 30 people, with 33 people was shot. 10 of them was just killed over Labor Day weekend. So it's safe to say you can't even enjoy a holiday. Every holiday weekend, the crime rate goes up on us. And let me tell y'all something, right? I don't respect, nor do I agree with anybody black that sits up on these platforms with their non-educated asses, with their ignorant asses, and they sit up there and they tell you that, oh, white people kill each other too. White people kill each other too. There was a time where they said white people didn't wash their ass. So if I come to your black house, you're going to tell me your house is stinking, your ass is stinking because white people don't wash their ass, so I'm not going to wash my ass too. That's what you're going to tell me? You ain't going to put no deodorant on. Have your underarms stinking because they stink? You're not going to go to the hardware store to get some Raid to get rid of your roaches because they got roaches too? So if they decide that they believe in incest, right? If they decide that they want to believe in incest and brothers and sisters to try to keep their bloodline strong, you're going to do the same thing too? Right. You're gonna have a baby with your sister? Or maybe your niece? Because that's what they did and that's what they do? So now we playing monkey see, monkey do? Oh, right. So I guess the only difference is, so being that we trying to be like white people, right? Sarcasm, hint, hint. So being that we trying to be like white people, right? You know, back in the days, y'all brag about building the pyramids is washed up now. But they building skyscrapers, bridges, yachts, mansions, jets, now even flying cars. What are you building? Oh, you glad because the black guy, he invented the machine to make water out of air? Ooh, let's get to that. Shout out to him for taking the time out to get away from the black mentality. Woo! You know what the black mentality is? Well, look at the black section of YouTube. The nigga sections where niggas put niggas against each other and call it the main event. And think they doing something where they put black people against black people. Or better yet, they'll have a black guy going against a white guy that's putting black people business all over the internet, breaking cases, breaking news, putting your dirty laundry all over the internet, and y'all take the side of the white guy. And this black guy that sit up on social media and consistently talk about black issues and black problems, y'all don't have a problem with that. But as soon as I sit up there and talk about Massa, Santa Claus, white Jesus, oh, y'all got a problem